What's the difference between pause and stop? Shorter duration. Stop is a slightly longer one. Okay. And then what is a monosyllabic word? Word having one syllable. Disyllabic? Two. Poly is more than two. Okay. Quickly give me an example for monosyllabic word. Cat, dog. Okay. Moon. School. Pen. Mono. Okay, disyllabic. Tiger. Mobile. Order. Mother, father, brother, sister. Teacher. Letter. Okay, letter. Polysyllabic. Now some of the books may be having tri and then they're talking about the poly. No problem. So, competition, cultural, program is two. Although it's a very long word. Mountain, yes. Reflection. Mountain is how many syllables? Two. Disyllabic. Mountain. Some words look very, very big, but then they have only two syllables, like program, mountain. Continuous. Three. Pronunciation, intonation. These are all polysyllabic words. Okay, now what is the ultimate syllable? Last syllable. What is penultimate? Before the last one. And what is anti-penultimate? Third last. Very good. Now you are ready for the next class. If it is a monosyllabic word, we just mark a small vertical line before the word, like this. Come, go. Come. Say that, come. Cat. Dog. That's a cat, not a dog. So where are you stressing in the sentence? Cat and dog. So that's a cat, not a dog. So that's a cat, not a dog. Good. So you will not say that's a cat, not a dog. That's a cat, not a dog. Now when it comes to disyllabic and polysyllabic words, that is where we need to pay more attention. We have certain rules for that. Okay? There are some words which play dual function. What do you mean by dual function? Like what? One word having, yes, so one word having different roles. It functions as a noun, it may function as a verb. Sometimes it may also function as an adjective. Now for example, now these are most commonly mispronounced words. Yeah. Is it content or is it content? I'll bring it here. Yes. Is it content or is it content? Both. Depending upon the situation. Noun. Noun. How many syllables are here? Two. This is one. This is another. Okay. Now where will you stress if it is a noun? If it is a verb? T. Content. Say that. Content. Content. What's the meaning of content? The contents of this pouch. What it contains. Now when you open a textbook, you have a list of contents. That's a content page. Say that content. It is not content page. All of you say that content page, content word. Now what is content? Meaning? Satisfied. We need to be content with whatever we have. Okay? So satisfied. Tripti. Yes. Are you content with the content of your module? Yes. You are? Good. Louder. You are content with the content.
Yes.
Are you content with the content of the module? Yes. Similarly, we have yes. This is your, which is behavior here? Conduct. Please say conduct. Conduct. So when you issue the TC certificate, his or her conduct was satisfactory. You give that. So please say conduct. Now conduct. Sentence for conduct. Organize. We conducted the cultural program recently. Now we are going to conduct exam. Teaching practice, or we're going to conduct exams next week. All right? Then we have advise. No, that is in the transfer. Please say transfer. Transfer. I got a transfer. I got a transfer order. So first is I got a transfer is a noun. Transfer order. What order is that? So what part of speech is it now? Yes. Then we have transfer. Now what is it? Verb. Transfer the contents of this box into that. Transfer. This person is not good. Transfer him. Transfer. So he got a transfer. Okay, he was transferred. So like this we have many words in English which play different types of roles. Okay. So whenever you're coming across any word, please encourage your students to look up the dictionary and find out the other meanings, at least in the higher classes. Initially it may not be difficult for small children. You can give them the meaning, but let the children not think that this is the only meaning for this word. So if it is content, it is not only content. We need to know that there is something called content also. So please encourage, that is how you develop your own vocabulary as well as your students' vocabulary. Okay? So usage is also very important, where to use this word, in what context you're going to use them. Now we have some disyllabic words which have some regular stress pattern. Now where is the stress? It's on G. So how will you read this word? Go. Why is it not on a? I told you earlier. Shwa. So what is shwa? Meaning of shwa? Weak vowel. So if it is weak, it cannot take any stress. Remember that? This is shwa. So the stress automatically falls on the next syllable. Go. We don't say ago. I read phonetics long time ago. Long time ago. Say that. Long time ago. 1 year ago. Ago. Okay, it's not ago. Ago. So when the word begins with a shwa, conveniently you put the stress on the next syllable. Allowed. 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 Again. Again. Another. You don't say another one. Another. Yes. Then Bout. Right bow, turn. Bout. Award. We don't say award function. Write the transcription of this word, let me see. A-W-A-R-D. Try to write the phonemic transcription. What will you write first? Shwa. Then? W. Then what will you write? O. So how is that O? Okay, ultra C and 2 dots. Then what will you write? Finished writing. So we have a how many of you got this right? So it is not award function. I got best teachers award. So you should give some dignity to that award also. I got the best teachers award. I didn't get any award. Say that. I am waiting to get some award. Okay, award. Now ago. Write the transcription for ago. What will you write first? Shwa. Is it ja? Ga. Go. Ago. Ago. So what will you write? Is it a pure vowel sound or is it a diphthong? Diphthong. So what is diphthong? Go. And mark the stress. Go. A word. Clear? So that is how you keep trying and learning. I'd ask you to write a list of words on your own, go on marking the stress and write the transcription first with pencil. Then you try to learn the stress also slowly. Now in the exams, word will be given like this. You don't have to write the transcription unless it is asked. So wherever transcription is asked, you write the transcription. Otherwise, mark stress, just mark the stress there. So if the words is given like this, don't put everywhere, thinking that somewhere it will be correct. We are also teachers, you've also been teachers. So we know the students' mentality. So don't mark stress on all the syllables and leave it there, you will get anda. So the number of andas will keep increasing. Just mark it on one syllable, all right? Like this, that's all. Now shall we move on? You all have your modules with you? Yes. Just repeat after me. Project. Project. I am working on a project. I am going to project my views. All right. Now here we have just given you 10 examples, but there are many words in the dictionary. So whenever you're free, just open any page in the dictionary. You have your mobile phones also, smartphones. Just pick up any word and see how the meanings keep changing. Somewhere it gives you noun, verb, adjective. So different meanings you should always be getting to know. Next, object. Object. Present. Present. I got a present. I'm going to present it to you. This is an object. Now make a sentence with object. I object to your views. I object to this point. So, where do you usually use this objection? Court. Objection, my lord. Yeah. So there they don't say objection. Object, object. Disagree. Affix. Affix. Now what is affix as a noun? One affix you know, where do you use that? Sticking on an application form. Now what is this affix? Somebody said. Suffix and? Prefix. Who said? It came from this side. This side. So suffix and prefix. What is a prefix? A part which is added before the word. Suffix is that is added after. So together we call them affixes. Very good. Okay, so affix is prefix and suffix. You can just quickly mark it there in your notebook. Now what is affix as a verb? Fix, attach, paste. So generally where do you see this word? Application form. Please affix your passport size photo. Isn't it? Then transfer. Transfer. Increase. Increase. Contest. Contest. Content. Content. Conduct. Conduct. Produce. Produce. Okay, now we have some disyllabic words which do not undergo any change in the stress. Whether it's a noun or a verb or an adjective, stress remains in the same place. Look at this. What's the word? Where is the stress? Yeah. On ka. Yeah. Second syllable. So when you are transcribing, you're just writing one ka. This whole thing is only one ka. So in between these two we're marking. But when you're writing the transcription, you'll mark it on the ka. Account. How many types of account do you know? Bank account, quickly. Email account, Gmail account, social account, Facebook account, on account of. You need to account for your mistakes. That's a verb. Accountability. But just pure account, account. So where is the stress? Ka. Ka. So if you have two consecutive consonants letters, you mark it in between those two. Okay, any double letter, just be. Account. Advance. Affront. This is the most commonly mispronounced word, at least in South India. Number 4. Alarm. In the morning, the alarm was ringing and ringing. Alarm. There is no rum in alarm. Unless you drink and sleep. Alarm. Why is R silent? Why is R silent? Before a consonant sound. Before a consonant sound, R is silent. So no alarm, application form, farmer, no. Farmer, alarm. Yes. Then arrest. Okay, how many types of alarm do you know? How many meanings of alarm do you know? One is warning, the other is? Okay, the other is tring tring alarm, then? Then? Alert. I was alarmed. Shocked? Then arrest. Audit. Here also it's not audit. Auditor's office. Audit. Just like award. Okay, now we have again award. Balance. Bandage. Okay. Now we'll come to polysyllabic words. So depending upon the suffixes you add, the stress pattern also changes. There are many rules, but here I've just tried to make it as simple and easy for you as possible. Alright?